Hello there, Peter here. Today I'm going to show you some exciting things you can do at home during this period of a coronavirus outbreak. I know many of you are getting bored having to work from home. I have been working from home for some time now, so I'm like most of you. And a number of days ago, I made a video on how you can actually make the experience very interesting, very exciting, so you don't have to be bored. I have seen some social media posts, as I said in the previous video, about boredom, people getting bored because they're not used to being at home and not move around. So I made some video, a video a number of days ago about exercising. Some of the exercises you can do at home to stay fit, to let the blood circulate. You know, it's very unhealthy to sit in one place for a long time. So I was able to show in that video some of the exercises you can do even when you are not in the gym. Ranging from push-up to a number of things you can do with the objects you find at home. So today I'm going to show you some exciting things you can do with what you already have at home. Your TV screen. A couple of years ago I was able to show how you can use it as extra monitor when you do not want to spend money on additional monitor for your computer. And that was with one TV screen and an adapter. So today I'm going to show you how you can have the same thing with 3 televisions displaying the same images simultaneously. Some of you who are used to going to the theaters to enjoy the surround sound and the big screen, you miss that now because you can't go there. The theaters are closed. You can duplicate that experience to some extent at home by, just buying a splitter like this or adapter and connect things in very interesting ways and still enjoy the experience. Whether you are streaming from Netflix or some other streaming services, you can still enjoy your shows in ways that will make it as enjoyable as it could be. Today we are going to use a number of devices for this demonstration. I have here a tablet, specifically an iPad. I have iPhone, an example of a smartphone here, and here I have a laptop and I have an adapter. Even more importantly, here I have this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to unplug it and show you. This is HDMI splitter. Look closely at the camera. HDMI splitter. This has how many ports? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This port is the power. That's the power port where you plug it into power. This will be the output. So if you want to view your computer screen or television screen or whatever screen you have, if you want to view it in multiple displays, it will go in here where it says input right here. You look closely, input. It will be your input device. And all these other ones that will display additional screens will be output devices. So this is a very important device that we're going to be using in this demonstration. You can always buy this online, or you go to one of the electronic retail stores and pick up one. It's not very expensive, and you don't have to have one like this. You can just use a simple adapter and connect your computer to one monitor or 2. And so we're going to show how this one will work with the devices I have here today. Without wasting much time, I'm going to go ahead and start the demonstration. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and plug it into power. The power connector is right here, so I'm going to plug it here. And once I do that, what I want to do next is to determine what device I want to use as my input device. Is it the laptop or the smart phone or the computer? The television. I would like to view the television first. View my cable television and all the three screens. In order to do that, this adapter from the cable company will be my input device. It has HDMI. It has HDMI port there that will help connect it to any device where it's going to display. I'm going to go ahead here and plug this in here as the input. Once I plug it in here, I'm going to grab the other end of it. And just like the splitter and your laptop, most of your laptops, the adapter for the cable company does have HDMI port, and that's where I'm going to stick the tip of the HDMI cable. So now I have two connections, one to the cable company's adapter and the next one to the HDMI adapter. What that does, HDMI splitter, what that would do for me is that my cable adapter now becomes the input device that will grab the input I'm trying to display and send it to the splitter. Once it gets to the splitter, I'll be able to connect it to all the three televisions and have the images displayed there. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and check the cable to the television. I already plugged the cable, the HDMI cable, to this television here, and I'm going to stick the other end of its cable to one of the output ports right here. Those output ports I showed you on the splitter, one of them will be used to connect to this television. And I'm going to go to this other television right here. It has its own HDMI cable on the back. I've already plug the cable there. It has its own HDMI port on the back, and the cable is already connected. So I'm going to look at that tip from that particular television. I'm going to look at the tip of the HDMI cable, and I will plug it to the second input device, output port on the splitter. Now for this main one that's right here at the top, I'm going to look for another cable that it will connect to. It's readily connected to my Xbox, so I'm going to unplug it from the Xbox, unplug it to the splitter. So now what I have is 4 connections to the adapter. One is input. That's where the source of the video will be coming from. That will be the cable company. And then these 3 will be able to display. Let's see if it works. Let's go ahead and turn on the televisions. Where is the remote? These 2, I haven't programmed the remotes. This one doesn't have one at the moment, but let's see if we can get the cable adapter to talk to all 3 televisions via the the splitter. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. And I'm gonna get on the floor here and turn this one on. Looks like it's on already. One. Alright. So this one says no signal. Each one of them seem to say that. This one says no signal cable says, so they all said no signal at this point. It can be challenging at, it's easy to freak out and say, I'm not getting a signal. So it makes sense to tell it the source of the signal, which would be the cable television. The cable company's adapter. So let me see if I can get it to connect to that cable company's adapter. So check external input status. Let's see. All right, it's on. It wasn't on initially, so because he told me to check, I went ahead and checked, and there you are.
In the next minute.
All right, as you can see, the cable television is showing in all three screens. There's a flicker here. When I adjust the setting, this flickering will stop. So I'm not going to waste time doing that at the moment. But usually when I go to the settings and adjust it, the flickering goes away. So you can see the three screens are displaying television screen. So my shows, whatever I'm watching, they're all going to show up in the three screens. Now the cable box, the cable adapter has served as input device at this point. What if I want to view my laptop on these three screens? All I need to do is to change the input source. And how does that work? Let me grab my chair. Just like the television, the laptop has HDMI port. Look at the port right here with all the 6 sides. Oops, I'm pointing the wrong thing. This is a port right here. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with the laptop. Hopefully it will cooperate with us. All I need to do here is unplug the cable from the cable company's adapter and put it on my laptop. Let me go ahead and turn on the laptop, and so we can see what is going on here. All right, as you can see already, the laptop screen is showing up in all my three television screens. And I'm going to go ahead and put in this Ethernet cable so that we can connect to the internet in the process. laptop. I'm gonna go ahead and log in, and you can see the screen from there, hopefully. This one is still flickering. As I said, I will adjust the settings later so that the flickering can stop. But I'm gonna skip that now so we can get this done. So, and as you can see, my laptop is showing up on the 3 television screens. So if I'm multitasking and I have multiple windows open on my computer, I'm able to open up window on these and keep another window open on my laptop. How does that work? Let's open up a window here. Let's open up Google Chrome and open up. Alright, so here we have Google Chrome open. It's open on my laptop, as you can see the screen from there, and all the 3 screens have the same screen I have on my laptop. Why is that? Because my display settings is in duplicate mode. It's set to duplicate the screen I have on my laptop, and it sees these 3 TV screens as one output source. That's why they're getting uniform windows. They all look the same because this can only see one other monitor, one other display. If you want it to do more, then you're going to have to install additional video card, a different kind of video card to enable the computer to display different windows on different display screens. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and change the settings for the display. So I'm going to right click on my desktop here, and I'm going to go to my display settings, and what I want to do is scroll down to change the display to extend mode rather than duplicate. If you look at what is here, it says duplicate these displays. That's not what I want to do, because I want to be able to see another window on another display. So I will go ahead and change the option here to exchange these displays, and I'm going to click on keep changes. Once I do that, I'm able to grab a new window and move it to these displays while keeping another window open on my computer. Let's say over here I go ahead and open up YouTube. Let me click on this and open up YouTube app. So I have this open, and I'm going to go ahead and open up another window. So I have 2 windows now on my laptop, and if I want to move one of them to this screen so I can focus on one screen, all I need to do is go ahead and grab this and drag it, and see what's happening there. So I have the full window on those 3 television sets. And because I turned off the volumes, you're not able to hear what that guy is saying over there. We're going to try to skip the ad, skip the advertisement, and when we turn on the volume, this is what you get. And when you have 3 of them with the volume up, it's going to sound like a surround screen. It's going to sound like a surround. It's going to sound like you have a surround sound for your system, because all 3 of them are giving you a very solid sound that will make you feel like a theater experience.
This is the future. This is the future.
Can they silence them? Finale to deliver. Deep into the back post, it's got all the way through. It is quite stunning.
Alright, that's it for the laptop. So another input device that we are going to view on the screen will be this iPad. This iPad will serve as an input device, but not directly, because this adapter will play a role. This is a adapter for both iPhone and iPad. Look at it. It has the HDMI port right there, the tip, and that's the other one that goes into your smart device. So we're gonna latch the adapter on like that, and it says right here, unlock the iPad to use the accessories. So I'm gonna go ahead and do as it says, so we can view this iPad on the screen. So we're gonna take the same cable that is plugged on to the input port of the adapter, the splitter. We're going to take the same cable. We're going to take the same cable and connect it to the HDMI port here. And once we do that, we should be able to view the iPad screen on the TV screen. Let's wait for a few minutes, see if it pops up. If not, there you go. So this is my iPad screen here, and whatever I'm doing is going to show up. That's my Facebook. As you can see. So when I change the orientation, it changes with it, and that's YouTube. And that is Google Chrome. That's Instagram. So the same iPad I can use here on the tablet screen, I can view on the television screens. So You know, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, very, very exciting things that you can do. If I turn on the volume, it's gonna, you know, give me the entertainment I need. If I'm streaming any videos or stuff on an iPad, I'm gonna be viewing the same thing here. So it doesn't matter which device that you try to use, you will be able to enjoy the same experience. Try to make staying at home a little more exciting than boring. If I unplug my iPad and latch this onto my iPhone, I get the same experience. Look at that. I'll go ahead and log into my iPhone. And the same screen is up. This is my iPhone screen in all the 3 television sets. If I decide, okay, this time around, I just want to play video game and nothing else, guess what? My Xbox becomes the input device. The same cable that plugs into the input ports of the splitter, we have its other end plugged to the back of my Xbox. And that means I'm going to be able to see my video game on the 3 screens. Alright, so that's the video game there. So with my Xbox, I can go on YouTube, I can go check my OneDrive, my storage. I can play some video games, look at sports. It's a number of apps. If you have Xbox, you probably don't need a smart TV because you can use Xbox to make your television act like a smart TV. You can take any of these devices, make it the input device and have them display in all 3 screens. You know, if you find that entertaining, and different people have many ways of entertaining themselves. You know, if you want to play around with some things, you know, whatever makes you happy, try to do that so you don't get bored at home. I understand the weight of having to stay at home and being bored, so anything you can play around with it, try to do that. Stay safe. Coronavirus is serious. Don't defy the orders and try to go out there. Once you contract it, you're going to give it to somebody else. So stay home, stay safe, enjoy yourself, find ways to make life very exciting, and I'll see you in the next video.